That's not what you meant, was it? Finally, we're back out in the garden. It's the end of April now, and we've managed to do everything for the national show. We've got all that stuff already. Thank you to everybody who turned up, talked to us, bought something even better. But yeah, thank you for seeing everybody there. And we've managed to find a day where we thought, right, we're going to just go out and do some gardening stuff. So it's end of April now. We're in the afternoon, so we've done a few bits this morning just as tidy up the jobs. So we'll show you some of those, of what we've been up to and where the garden is at, what it's looking like. So this end, pond end, is looking great. Everything's either flowering or growing or looking fantastic down here. Obviously this morning we've gone round, we've weeded a few things. It wasn't too much, to be fair, because I have managed to nip out every now and again and keep on top of it. But yeah, this end looking great. Ballasting is going to be the job for here in a little bit. But if we want to come down here, go through the bridge. Bridge still isn't painted, still doesn't have its counterweight, but it's on the way. That will be soon. This bank is still bare, still not addressed that. That is something I need to do, but anyway. But otherwise, the rest of it, again, is looking good. I was a bit concerned about the Irish moss on this section. I've actually been pulling some of the moss out between it, and it's now starting to come back to life, and it's looking good. We've just put some soil on top again on here because we keep topping this up, especially sections like here, because I don't want it just coming up to the track. I kind of want it to come up and then fall back down in places, so that it's not all a uniform line. But again, bits of weeding and things, and then the other thing I've done just this morning is I've topped up some of the ballast along here as well, just with some finer stuff around, and it's probably going to want some more SBR on it in a second, but I'll show you what I'm doing with that on that section. And yeah, that section's looking good, and basically weeding is all we've done down this end, but things are growing, especially this stuff, all on here.
Yeah, the stone crop has gone mad. One person did request some after the last video.
Yeah.
And the Acer tree's finally opened most of its leaves as well.
Yeah,
there's still some
good in that corner.
Still some this stuff which I do not know the name of, so I'll try and put it on screen.
That one.
Yeah, that's gone mad. I love that stuff.
Yeah. But
I'm sure it's about like 10 times the size it was when it went in.
But yeah, looking good. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do a live stream of ballasting. Sorry, I just couldn't bring myself to do that. That's too much stress. So I called for it and I did one of ballasting, maybe not. So we're going to go have a look down that end because I want to do round the pond loop. I've decided I'm going to use the ballast I've got for that end and get that bit done, because that's looking really good apart from the ballasting now. So do that, and then this end here, I might change the track and things like I mentioned before, so that's why I'm not concentrating down this end, and bits like that. So let's go have a look and see how we do some ballasting down there.
I'm going to have a look at the heather bank on the way as well.
Oh, there you go.
Because you walked straight past the heather bank.
I do apologise, Heather.
Because this is looking glorious as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really done well as this side.
It has, yeah. We weren't sure how well things would grow because it doesn't get sun for, well, a lot of... Well, I'm saying that. It's in the sun now, so fair play.
Yeah.
We thought it would be the wrong angle, really, for things.
Yeah, I thought it would be a difficult bank, this one, and it's turning out to be that one. But anyway.
We're going to have to tame that mass of purpleness soon.
It goes everywhere, does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I did know it would grow and go mad, but
yeah,
it's filling a nice gap. It's overtaken anything that was next to it. And the phlox has gone beautiful now. I love that at the top of the waterfall. So,
Yeah.
This
Ballasting.
corner.
So, ballast I have, I believe it's limestone, and I think it came from, it was a 6mm to dust ton bag a long time ago, and we actually sieved it for the old railway, first SLR.
We certainly did.
I've got sort of two grades of it. I've got the bigger stuff and some finer stuff as well.
Look, can't see.
And how I sort of use it is I put the bigger stuff down basically where the track is, and then I'll put a bit of thinner just on the edges of it, so it sort of tapers out, is the idea. I also use the thinner stuff where you've got like station areas or where there's a wall a bit away and there's just concrete. I'll fill in that bit with the thinner stuff and just put the bigger stuff around the track. It just seems to look right to me. And then what I'm then using is some of this SBR. So somebody put me onto this many years ago, and it is a concrete additive, yeah, for waterproofing concrete, but it has the properties of sort of a waterproof outdoor PVA. At the time when I used to get it, when we first started getting it, it was really quite cheap. It's now getting on a bit, but it's only about 25 quid for a 5, it might be a bit less than that, 5 litre tub, and it does a fair amount, does that. I then take that and put it into a little squeezy bottle, of which this flavour is sweet onion relish. Flavour does not matter, but basically just something that will dribble and squeeze it out of, and it saves you carrying that round.
Well, yeah, probably should say that one's one of the ones that's got the little rubber crossing, rather than just an open hole.
It's all gummed up now, so you tip it over, it does actually just dribble out, but you want something that will just allow you to dribble a little bit on, as you'll see in a second. And then the other thing you'll want is some just water. You can do it with a spray bottle to mist it afterwards, or
if it's quite windy like it is today, hose pipe's probably going to work better.
Little sections you can use a spray bottle. I tend to use the hose pipe when I'm doing a long section because you have to keep rid of the water and it knackers your hand doing it. So yeah, we're going to ballast from this point on. I'm not ballasting obviously on top of the wood, that'll just stay as it is, but I'm going to ballast from here, and it'll be tricky here because I'm near an edge along the back, but I'm going to go all the way back and towards the point in the tunnel, which I'm not going to film because that's going to be a pain to get it in there, but let me show you how I do this. So I can sit on this section here. The other thing to say is only ballast once you're happy that the track is running nice. So we know that this section around here is running fine, so I'm happy to ballast onto it. You can get this stuff up, it does sort of break up, but yeah, run your track a bit and then make sure before you don't rush to do it. So what we're going to do is just dribble it on. So I'm putting it on neat, I'm not watering it down. Don't worry about getting it on the rails or the sleepers because it will come off. And then I'm just going to get some of this and put it straight on top. This is the thicker one I'm putting on. Bit like that. Then you can either pat it down, sometimes you'll get bigger chunks like that. Just break that up. But you basically just want to pat it down a bit. Sometimes you get a bit too much in the middle like I've done there, so I'll just move it on to the next section. Bit like that. Then, I'll do it with this because I've only done a sport section. You then want to just spray this on, and what you'll see it do is all spread out, and it's basically going to pull the SBR up through it. And you want it to all look white like that. There's a little section, it's not too bad in this bit, but if I just put another section on and don't put enough SBR on, so if I do a really light bit like that, put some more of this on, you Again, you sort of just want to clean your sleepers off a bit, but if you leave a bit on it, it doesn't matter. But now if I wet that, what you'll now hopefully see is this has no white to it at all. So this ain't going to stick. You want it to look like that. So if that does happen because you haven't put enough underneath, you can then just dribble a little bit more on top. And again, just wet it, it'll get it to spread it out. It also cleans off the top of the sleepers as well with it. And now that can set. Now what you might want to do now, which is what I haven't got out here yet, is you want to get a truck, one that you're not too fussed about stuff sticking to, although I've never really had a problem with it, but something with metal wheels, strong, and just run it over it, and that will clear out for the flanges and find any bits that are sat on top. And then the only thing else you need to then have is ideally 24 hours, or even better 48 hours of completely dry warm weather, because otherwise if it rains on this, once it's to this stage now, it will just wash all the SBR away and then you'll have to reapply it all. So you want really good weather for doing this, nice and warm, and then you'll get it like this. So in this situation I'm going to ballast this section here again like that, and then I'll take the thin stuff and probably put that just in between on that stone there just to widen it out, or I might leave it stone, but I might just do that bit and leave these edges stone, or come to here or something like that.
Well, especially if you've got SBR sort of washing off the side of it, it'll stain the stone.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. This, when it's thin like that, you won't really notice it.
Right.
The sun will burn it off eventually. If it gets, like on the brickwork, if you get it where it does a proper run down your brick, you will tend to find that that tends to be a little bit bluey, unless you spray it at the wall, spray it at the hose pipe, and just brush it off, and it'll thin it out. If it's thin like that, you won't notice it, which is why it's so good, because you don't notice it on the sleepers, for example. It just disappears. So yeah, I will carry on, and then I'll show you what it looks like once I've got section done. There you go. I'm going to get a truck now and run that across there.
How's it going, Rob?
It's a bit warm.
It's definitely a bit warm. Mind you, looking at it, that sun is definitely helping this set.
Yeah.
Because the bit you...
Setting a bit too quick, if anything.
The bit you did earlier is looking drier already.
The plant's going to get a bit SBR'd, but that's...
Oh, the stone crop won't care.
That'll be fine, I'm sure.
If it dies, we've got plenty more to replace it with. Hey, it's looking good. Definitely, I don't know how full the bottle of SBR was when you started, but...
Well, grew a bit, hasn't it?
So you're just over half now.
Yeah.
But then you were saying off camera that it's better to use more to begin with than have to relay it.
Oh, that's kind of my theory.
It's more expensive to relay
I don't think I put enough on last time for the other bit, so I'm going for a bit more on here.
Well, yeah, in theory it's more expensive to relay it because you lose some stone. But it's looking good. Now, you didn't have the brush before.
No, this is sort of, you know, varying the technique as I go along, see what kind of works.
You mean you're experimenting?
Yeah. It saves you doing it in my hand.
Have you got your block of wood?
Well, a good spray.
Because there's a block of wood that's an experiment as well.
Oh yeah, this. Oh, well, it's. I just can't remember doing this before or not, but the water used to clear the rails, and it's not doing this bit. Anyway. it won't really matter, you'll wear it off the rails, but it's always nicer if your top surface is clear.
Look at that.
Bring that back a little bit there.
Oh well, I'll let you get on. We'll come back and see how you're getting on later.
Yeah. How quick they run out of SBR.
Yeah. Or stones.
Or stones.
How's it going, Rob?
I've lost my lid.
Yeah.
That's not lasted.
Well, aside from that.
Terrible.
I mean, I don't know how old that bottle is, so.
Progress is being made.
Well, yeah, I can pan this way.
We are working our way towards the bridge.
Well, that bridge. We've already done this bridge.
Oh, we've done that bridge.
Done all that triangle down there. And all the way over there. Just resuming after a biscuit break, aren't we?
Alright.
4 o'clock biscuit break, so, you know, it's almost mid-afternoon. It's
taking longer than I expected it to, but there we go. Isn't that everything?
Alright, and the camera has decided it does not want to focus. So we'll zoom it in down there and then it
Probably
might
got
decide
some
to
SBR
focus.
on it somewhere. It's everywhere else.
Oh, it's everywhere. It does seem to get absolutely everywhere. I mean, there is some in the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I mean, we have no fish in the pond on purpose, especially while we did this. But that's why the waterfall's on, in the hope that it might filter it out. I'm not sure how much hope I hold up for that one, but the amount of water in that pond, I'm hoping it's going to dilute it enough that it doesn't actually matter. This is, yeah, it's going to make quite a difference. In fact, this bit's sort of drier over here, so if I come down here, you can kind of get a sense of the difference it makes now.
Yeah.
I don't think we mentioned it before, but the Rob sprayed the inside of the tunnel black this morning, which has made quite the difference, which means you basically can't see in it from this camera now, because there's nothing reflecting light, but that looks a lot better than the grey concrete block that was there.
It does.
I like how you've gone for a chair now.
Yep.
You've knackered your back enough that it's chair time now.
Oh, I was using the chair down that bit and all, but I couldn't do it where the bridge was, because I couldn't really reach very well off it.
You've not broken that one yet then?
Not yet.
No.
It does go through tops of spray bottles. I'm trying to keep it a little bit tighter along here to the
Oh yeah, because you
to the
can't
track.
really see it. I might be able to show you on this bit here. There's a groove cut into the rock, if you remember. You've seen us do it before in early episodes, so we're trying to keep the ballast in the groove. That's the idea anyway. There isn't much of a groove on this one where you are now, so that's going to be harder.
It's twofold really, because it saves on SBR and stone and as it's nice stone here and you're not working towards soil or anything, keeping it nice and tight to it will, I think, will look nicer. So that's the idea. So we shall keep moving along. Give the top of the rails a bit of wipe over like that.
Yep. Well, we'll catch up with you a bit later then.
Yeah.
Did you glue the point shut, Rob?
Oh yeah. That was inevitable. I always think I do this and then I go, oh, I must remember to keep coming back and moving that point. And I never do. Until the end when it says stuck. Thankfully I've just caught it before it's fully set. So a bit of working it and it's freed up.
You also appear to have reapplied SBR to this bit.
Yes, there's a few bits that were either... You can generally see it if it's slightly light as it's setting. Obviously this bit's a bit set first.
Yeah, it's mostly set as this bit.
Yeah, you can go through and just
You mean you did it
spot
before
any
I
bits
got
and add a bit.
before I got a chance
And
to
I can
show
add-
it on the camera?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You can also add a little bit in places as well. I've added a few bits down here as well.
Yeah, this bit I don't really think is dry enough yet to be able to see it
No,
on the
the other
bridge,
one-
which is a shame.
I need to take the point of it all the way in here.
In the black hole.
In the black hole, which, yeah, and once again is somewhat stuck.
And I've got another bit that you've reapplied SBR to there. In fact, I'll just get the spray bottle because it's running off down there. Everything's very sticky.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only had SBR in my hands once and my hands are
That's
sticky.
sort of freed up. I'll put some WD-40 on it once it's all set. But yeah, that's
So you've been all the way around the pond then?
all the way around.
I'll go round
From the far side as well.
without falling over anything. Honest.
There's stuff everywhere.
There is. I've already tried to fall over a hose pipe multiple times. And that bit. With a nice gap left for the bridge to sit down into.
Yep. Yeah, we've not glued the bridge shut.
No. Or you might have to do something about the FBI bringing down
I
this
might
stone.
have to do a bit there, yeah.
And all the way into the tunnel at this side. I reckon it's taken. I reckon it's probably taken 2.5 hours. But to be honest, that's partly because it's not exactly a nice, easy access bit of line to do it on.
No, that bit around there was... I should have done this bit first.
Yeah, this bit was.
This bit was a bit of a challenge. Trying to, especially get in there. I've sort of done as far as I can ballasting into the tunnel. I probably need to do more at the other side, but the point's there and it's a bit of a job to get the ballasted round the point and not gum the point up, so probably need to lift the lid on this because the top of this does come off and then I can ballast inside. But I'll say, ideally I didn't really want to ballast into the tunnel because something will derail on the ballast in there.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Guaranteed. So I kind of didn't, but you can sort of see it, so I'll see. Depends how much stone I've got left to do. Yeah.
I think we'll call that a day as we're both slightly knackered now.
Yep.
And very hot.
Yeah, thankfully it's nicely just cooled off now.
There's
So
clouds now.
it's looking good, but yeah, that's
Pond and waterfall.
that does look good.
You put that chair there. You move that chair up.
That's not what you meant, was it?
No.
No.
I think we probably should tidy up first.
Alright.
Then you can stop. Where's your SBR bottle gone? How much have we got left? It's behind you.
Oh, I carried it with me.
What are we down to? About a third? Yeah, so not too bad.
A bit under a third, I think, but yeah.
You used quite a lot then. Because was that a new bottle?
Yeah.
Right. That
About-
gives you some sort of sense of how much you might use.
About 18 quid's worth.
Is that how much it was?
Well, no, I think it were about 23 something from memory.
Right.
So we've probably used about
Oh, 18.
18 quid. Well, maybe a bit less. But it's a fair distance, to be fair. It's only going to take... Well, I've already done that bit. And I topped that up today with it.
Oh, you did top that bit up today.
So the far end's probably going to be another bottle with a bit of topping up here, and then possibly half a one there. So yeah, another 2 bottles would be plenty, I'd say. So yeah, not the cheapest, but
Hey look, I'm here too.
it does work.
Just to prove I am here.
Right, tidy up.
Yeah, we'll call that a day.
Yeah, I didn't get to my bridge at the front, which I was hoping to do today.
That was ambitious.
That will be another day.
That was ambitious. He did set off saying, "Oh, I'll do this and then we'll do the bridge," and no. That wasn't going to happen.
There we go.
Right. Bye for now.
Bye. Is it set yet? Is it set yet? Is it set yet?
Yes, Rob, it's been 3 days. Of course it's set.
Yay! To be fair, actually, it had pretty much set the day that I did it. I mean, I guess that's what you can put down to glorious sunshine in the UK for on that one. Which is very rare, so I'll take it when I get it, like today. But yes, it is set. It's been a few days, as I've just said. And let's have a look at how it looked, because I'm actually really happy with it. I put a bit more SBR on it this time. You might have seen in the footage I put a fair amount on, and I didn't do that on that bit over there when I first did that, and this bit's actually set much better. So yeah, it's basically all there. You've got a few bits just down the edge that might be slightly loose, but other than that, it's all solid. You can just see, or possibly through the camera,
I think it is showing, yeah.
there's just sort of a shiny bit down each side where it's set, sort of from there. Anything past that, you don't really see it. That should disappear. Same, you'll see the sleepers are slightly shiny as well. That just sort of fades away. It did on that. I can't remember how long it takes, but yeah, that shininess will disappear as it all gets weathered in and everything like that. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks on the bridge. That's all in place. Don't know whether I can get the bridge sides off. I think I just can. We did lift them out on that evening. Oh yeah, they'll come if I give them a little bit of a woggle. Woggle? A wobble. If I need to, but yeah. That's that bit. And then yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else. The points do actually move. They are just a little bit.
Well, that one had become sprung
stiff
when I first touched it today, but
yeah,
it's now sorted itself out.
Yeah, so they just want a bit of WD-40 on them, and then they will be back to normal. I know I've checked the one in the tunnel. That's happy as well. But yeah, all that is all stuck. So there are some bits and pieces like down this edge where a little bits I didn't manage to brush them off at the end. I'll probably just come along and just tidy those up so that it keeps it right where the track is. But yeah, one section done only. Whew, yeah, so I'll think about how much more there is to do, but yeah, this bit's done. It wasn't too bad in the end.
It makes quite a difference.
It does. It's definitely nice to finish this bit off now.
In fact, let's point the camera down this side as well.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a favourite for photos and things, is this shot down here. But just having the ballast on will make quite a big difference.
And into the tunnel, if I open this up, you should see
it goes into the tunnel.
It goes into the tunnel. So we have trains out this evening. So why not give it a bit of a test? finally, out in the garden.